Hello folks, and welcome to another lesson, and welcome also to another lesson in Month of Mike. Love that. So we are going to be looking at release today, Mike's parts to release. This is one that surprisingly a few of the old patrons wanted to look at. I didn't really understand why, because there's not a lot going on in it, but what I'm going to be doing, I'd already worked this out, so roughly. So there are kind of a few main parts, but which is mainly just playing things like stuff like that, and then there's like the wah wah part, which goes, or what I'm going to do though is I'm going to have a listen with these on, so excuse these bad boys. And I'm going to just put it up and then I'll transcribe it afterwards. So, yeah, I think that'll probably work. I'm not going to do every single tiny little bit because loads of it he's just playing. So I'm not going to tab out all of that. We'll be here all day. Okay, so first off it's in 6/8. Sound-wise, I've just got my OCD on, set to a fairly low gain setting, quite low. Fair bit of reverb on the old box, and I've got my wah wah pedal. It's a Morley wah. It's a bad horsey too. So that's what I'm using. I don't have a crybaby. It's the only wah I've got. So and that's about it. I think what you can do if you're using a lot of distortion, then you can always just roll back your volume, so it becomes. And he does use a bit of tremolo in it as well, just to give a little bit of vibrato. If you don't have one, don't worry. Don't know where mine is, so I won't be having any vibrato with mine. Okay, so the first riff that he plays comes in after about 6 times round of Stone playing his riff, and it's just an open D. Let that ring out for a while, and then you're going to play a harmonic on the 12th fret, and then one on the 7th. Then there's another open D. And a harmonic on the 12th fret on the G string. So for a lot of the next few bits, he plays, he banks his first finger on the 7th fret for the G and the B string, keeping the D string open. But he pulls off from the 8th fret on the B string, so. Okay, so a little hammer on and a pull off, or pull off from the 8th to the 7th. That's all he's doing there. Then there's another little riff that goes. Okay. But again, doesn't really matter if you get it absolutely bang on. Okay, the next bit is just a load of harmonics. It goes 12, 7, 5 on the D string. Then he plays on the 12th fret, which is the same as what he was playing there, just in harmonic form. Okay, so the next bit goes. And then he plays, which is just harmonics on the 7th fret, which is D and G. 2 on D, 2 on G. But let that ring out. And then another open D. Okay, now Stone in the first chorus plays. something like that. Over that, Mike is playing like that. Okay, so it's just same as that, which is the same riff I showed you earlier. It's just banking your first finger on the 7th fret on the G and B string, and going between the 8th fret and the 7th fret. With this rhythm. Okay, pretty straightforward. I think he only plays that once and then he just goes back to playing some noodly bits. But when I play it, I do play that. Etc. But again, do what you like. So at the moment, all we have are harmonics on the. So we've got the open D, we've got harmonics on the 12th fret. This thing. And we've got harmonics on the 12th fret on the D and G string, and on the 7th fret. So he's just basically noodling around in the key of D. Next, there's some more noodly bits, but he's playing quite a lot of open D notes on this next one. Let me have another listen. Okay, so the other bit he's playing in that chorus is, which is a harmonic on the 12th, 7th on the D string, and then the 12th on the G. So it goes, which is nice, which is basically, so again that's just basically, again just noodling in D. Okay, stuff like that. Then going into the next verse, he's just playing a lot of D stuff. Let me check it out again. So throughout the whole of the next verse, which is a lot shorter, he's just playing. So basically just play along with some harmonics on the 12th, the 7th and the 5th fret across the D and G strings, and you can't go wrong. Etc. But he also does do this. A couple of bits where he's pulling off on the D string. D string's open and then he's pulling off from the 5th fret and the 7th fret. I hear a little bit of that going on. Now, when it comes to the first chorus where he's playing, and to get that sound, I'm just rocking my foot backwards and forwards on the wah-wah pedals, going wow, 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 you know, just in time with the strumming rhythm that Stone's doing. But there's a bit of a dodgy note in it. Okay, so Stone's playing this. We play it clean so you can hear it. But with distortion, but just so you can hear the chords. So that is. And the kind of melody you hear is. Okay, that again. Pretty cool. Now what Mike plays is this. Anybody spot why that sounds weird? It's because Mike's playing this. While Stone's playing this. Now, the first and the third sound fine together. Basically, Mike's playing a semitone below what Stone's playing, so it really sounds dissonant. Okay, now later on in the tune he does correct himself, and he plays this. But with a lot of wah-wah-y stuff, so... Okay, so you can play that a couple of different ways. You can play it like this. So with the wah-wah. Okay, so like that. Or you can play it up here. Which is just the 8-7-5 on the B string, but you're leaving the D string open and you've got your third finger on the 7th fret on the G string. Like that. Okay, so wrong way. Terrible. I don't know how that managed to sneak onto the album, because it's there. Have a listen. Second time around he plays this. Right, my leg's tired now from all that wah-wahing. So those are all the chorus bits. Let me see if there's any other bits. Now there's a bit in there where obviously Eddie is just singing. He just plays this. And a few. A few bits like that. And then back into the chorus. That's about it, actually. So I'm going to stick my neck out and say that I think he plays it here. That sounds the most like what I'm hearing there. So that is very simply, I'll change that to clean so you can hear it. Okay, so and it does that until the end with the wah-wah and the distortion. And that's it! Another lesson done! And another one of Mike's parts completed. So stay tuned for much more of Mike's parts, if that's your thing, in what we are calling Month of Mike. Never get tired of saying that. Cool, see you next time, bye!